the 8th, and I'm coming to you rather early this morning, here before I have a super busy day. I'm Kathleen. You've reached my station at Kathleen's Trodden Trail, and I just have a few things to show this morning. It's been kind of a busy last couple of weeks, although I have got some stitching done. Not probably ever as much as I would like, but I have a couple of things to show you that I recently purchased and a couple of new starts. So let's get started. Let's see, I think I'm going to start out with a lovely gift I received. Well, kind of something I won and then a lovely gift that came along with it. So Marlene, hi Marlene, shout out to you. Marlene is, her Flosstube channel is Stitching by the Lake, and she's just a lovely stitcher. All kinds of great information and tricks of the trade and lovely, lovely projects. But anyway, Marlene did a giveaway and I won. I never win anything, so I was super, super excited to win this giveaway. And it was for Nantucket Rose. So she had let me know that I had won the giveaway and sent me along with the chart for Nantucket Rose, sent me a lovely card, and as well as, sorry, I hear noises. I think the cat is trapped downstairs and is trying to get up, but we'll just let her be for a little bit. But this is the chart for Nantucket Rose, and sorry, there's going to be a glare this morning, guys. I'm in a different spot this morning here in our kitchen by the windows. But anyway, I love this so much. I think that is so gorgeous. And so anyway, Marlene, I love the pattern so much. I'm so excited to start it. I have some errands to run with my son today to get those last few items that he needs before heading off to college. And we may make it out to our L&S and get the fabric for this to start it. So I don't know what I want to do this on. Something vintagey looking and old looking. It's not quite full coverage, but pretty close, but there is some fabric that shows through, so I think I'd want to do it on something really fun and old and interesting looking. But anyway, that was what I won in the giveaway, and then Marlene sent me the most beautiful project bag that she had made, and it actually has scripture on it. So that's the front. This is the inside, the lovely chicken wire. I love this chicken wire fabric. I have some myself, and it's some of my favorite fabric. But this project bag has a verse, or I guess it has several verses. It does have several verses, I see, because on the back it is Psalm 23, the Lord is my shepherd. And then on the front, it has the verse from, oh my goodness, I don't remember if this is from Romans or Corinthians or Timothy, but it's the do not worry about everything, but in everything, by prayer and supplication, with thanksgiving, let your requests be known unto God. And it kind of runs out there, and it goes on to saying, God who loves you will grant your requests. And so anyway, Marlene, that's one of my favorite verses. I actually have part of that inscribed on a ring that I wear quite often. So thank you so much, Marlene. It's been so much fun getting to know all these neat people and interesting people through Flosstube, and I've just really enjoyed that little side of Flosstube. So that was a win, I guess you can say. I didn't purchase that. One thing I did purchase, and this was by the advice, Stitching Between the Lines, Miss Pam, talked about this lap frame that she had gotten from Amazon through a store in the UK, and that she had ordered it. It was relatively inexpensive, and it had come very quickly, and she kind of recommended it and thought she might do some stitching on it. And so I looked it up, of course, watched her Flosstube video, went straight to the website and looked up the frame and ordered it. And this is kind of what it looks like. So this is the part that sits in your lap or under your leg, and then it has the hoop up here, and it was very easy to assemble. It came very quickly. Considering it came from the UK, I think I got it in less than 2 weeks, so it came very, very quickly. I am having some problems with my tension on this hoop, and I haven't used a hoop in many years. I use Q-snaps, but I like my fabric to be super, super tight, and I can't seem to get it quite as tight on this hoop. So I was working with a large project, huge piece of fabric, and so I'm going to try it with a smaller project, much smaller piece of fabric, and see how that goes, and maybe that'll be better. Otherwise, I like everything about it. I like the height, I like the closeness to my face. I think it could turn out to be a really good frame. I just have to work with that a little bit. So I've kind of only worked on one thing. I guess I worked on some smaller things, and I didn't even bring those over here to show you, but if you remember several months back, I talked about my LNS, which is Reflections, framing and stitching here in Omaha. She had started back, I think back in January of 17, we started a SAL with Cochrane Hollow chart. Anyway, I chose to do the Shores of Cochrane Hollow. I love Carriage House sampling charts, but I particularly love all of the Cochrane Hollow charts. And I happened to be in Reflections the other day. Okay, so long story short, I started out strong, got almost the first block stitched up before the end of January, and then put it aside and haven't worked on it since. And the other day I happened to be in Reflections. They have a stitching group that meets, I think, like Tuesdays, maybe like Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. They meet quite frequently. I can never stitch with them. For one, the store is quite far from me, but also because of my work, the stitching times just don't quite work out. But anyway, several of the ladies were in stitching, and they were working on their different Cochrane Hollow pieces, and there was a lady there who is also, I think, either one of two of us or one of three of us stitching the Shores of Cochrane Hollow, and she had her piece, and she is on block number 5 or 6, and she had it there and showed it to me, and it was so inspirational to see something all worked up, or halfway completed. And so I came home and started working on the Shores of Cochrane Hollow. But Julie also mentioned that she thinks that Carriage House Samplings is coming out with a Halloween Cochrane Hollow this fall, and she did tease me with that. And I'll tell you what, I don't need another project, but if they do come out with the Shores of, or the Halloween Cochrane Hollow, I may have to do that. And the Christmas one, you guys, is so adorable and beautiful. Anyway, just as a reminder, this is the Shores of Cochrane Hollow. That's what it looks like. Up here I have most of this block completed, and now I have block 2 pretty nearly done. I'm stitching this on 40 count fabric from Reflections. I can't remember. It's kind of a bluey gray. I don't know how it's going to show up, but it takes some time. It's 40 count. I have to stitch it when I'm not tired, and preferably during the day, so don't get a lot of time to work on it at night. But there's my block 1. I still have a little bit of the water left to fill in, and then the border, but other than that, the block 1 is done. And then here is my block number 2. Let me see if I can get this 2 with no. And so there's block number 2, which is just about done except for the little seahorse. I have to finish filling him in. I have a couple of fish I need to finish, those little blue fish, and then a little bit of the algae, or the little seaweed plants that are down at the bottom, one in red. I think I have one more row of that to do, and then a little bit of the green. And then I'll be finished. And then I'm very excited to get to block number 3, which is this block. There's this strange, and I had talked about this before, this strange kind of lacy looking stitching up here at the top. And originally I was not going to stitch that in. I didn't understand what that had to do with this house and the mermaid and, house by the sea. Now you can hear my little dog drinking. Anyway, I saw on the gal that was stitching this, I saw her block number 2 completed, and that stitching up at the top looks so neat. I loved it. I loved how it looked, just different, just unexpected. So I will be stitching that, and I actually can't wait to start that block. I'm most excited about the ship block. I love, or the boat. I love that. I love the whale. I love this house down here. I love everything about this piece. Actually, block number 2 was my block that I was least excited to do. I think this moon is just so neat. I don't know. I love this piece. So I will probably work on this. My goal for this week, as I have time, will be to work on this and get all of block 1 finished, finish block 2, and hopefully start block 3. And then the next thing that's calling me, and I didn't even bring it, is for some reason Main Street by Cottage Needleworks. Country Cottage Needleworks is calling me. So, and I have only just a little bit of the first block of that done. So I may work on that next, or who knows what, what will strike my interest. The other thing that I've worked on this week is I'm a quilter, and I used to do a ton of quilting, and now not so much. But I have a few projects kitted up that I either haven't started or I've just barely begun. And so my goal this summer and this fall was to get those projects done. If I have them kitted up, I'm either going to do them or I'm going to give them away. And this is one. It is called When Witches Fly, and it was a kit that I bought from maybe like Keepsake Quilting 2 years ago or last summer. And it's from a company called 1894 Cottonwood House, Keeper of the Old. And it is an interesting wool quilt done with hand-dyed wools, and they're witches silhouettes on these different colored hand-dyed wools. And so I bought the kit, didn't even unwrap it, hadn't started it, and decided this week I was going to start this. So what I didn't realize about this, I just thought they were different silhouettes of witches. When I opened up the pattern and started reading the directions, as it said, read through all the directions, I noticed that it's talked about each month, so January, February, March. And what I came to discover is that this is actually a monthly quilt. Each quilt is significant of a different month. So this is January, and she's building a witchy snow person. And this is February, and she's brewing up hearts. And this is March, and she's flying a kite with her broom. And April, she has an umbrella and some flowers for May, and some maybe carrots or bunnies for June. I'm not sure what those are supposed to be. But so each month has something significant to that month. So I thought that was really cute. And I got a start on it. I got all of January completed. And this has little tabs on it with the months written in, I believe. I don't have those tabs, so I'm just stitching in the months. But there's the little witch and the snow witch, or the snow person for January. And then I have February cut and ready to go, basted, glue basted, and the cat's been laying all over it, so it's filled with cat hair. So I can do one of these in an evening. I can stitch them out, probably one about every evening, and that's kind of my goal for the next couple weeks, is to work on these in the evening. It's just easy stitching and doesn't take a lot of concentration, and hope to get this done here this month yet. So that's kind of my plan. Let's see, yeah, we have some shopping to do for Ryan today, maybe make it out to the LNS, a couple things to do for the wedding today. Maddie's last day of summer break is Friday. She starts school on Monday, and then a week from Saturday we leave to take Ryan to Virginia to school. So lots going on. I hope you guys are all doing great. I hope you're having lots of time to stitch, and I hope you all have a lovely day. Talk to you soon. Bye.